Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the Crosman Shockwave that I just picked up in 22 caliber. See if I can get this all in camera. Kind of cramped in my shop today. I picked this up at Sportsman's Warehouse. Now when I picked it up, it was in a box that had been taped back up, so I knew there was a risk, but I'm kind of disappointed in Sportsman's Warehouse. I really like them. They had some down here in Dallas, then they closed the stores. I was up in Indiana, picked this up, opened the box, and by then it was too late for me to return it. That trip, because I was up there doing family business. And it's supposed to come with pellets. They were gone. I had two different types of ring mounts, so whoever had it switched one out, took the pellets, and this was busted, the sight. But they didn't tell me that. They knew that stuff was gone. They knew the sight was broke. They just taped it back up and sold it, and shame on Sportsman's Warehouse for that. That's bad business and kind of cheesy and just flat out wrong to do that to their customers. Now, the rifle itself on this Shockwave. This was busted, but it's plastic, it's cheap, it's cheesy. I don't see it would have worked very well anyway. Now, this is a budget rifle. They put a better iron sight, it cost more. And their goal was to keep this, from what I understand, their goal was to keep this at a budget entry price. So I'm not too upset about that. If you buy this rifle, it comes in some different configurations. They're all called the Shockwave. This did not have any fiber optics on the front or rear sight, so kind of makes it useless unless you paint or modify it. So if you get one that doesn't have any fiber optics, I'm saying don't even use it. It's not going to work that well in my opinion. Go ahead and mount the scope. The scope, it's a simple scope. It doesn't have the pips, so you can make adjustments. But it's a good scope. I like it. I mean, it is what it is, and it's good enough to use. And if you are shooting under 35 yards, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm not upset with the scope. The performance of the rifle is actually pretty good. It's got quiet technology. It's not that loud, and it's actually a good little rifle. And I would recommend picking one of these up. I think it was $130 is what I paid for this, and so far I've been real happy with it. Definitely a 22 caliber hunting rifle for small game. And today I'm going to be shooting those and these. And when you see the test results, I didn't see a big difference in the penetration between these two. This is actually slightly heavier pellet. And as a bonus, I got some footage of some video of my 30 caliber shooting some Spam cans or sandwich ham cans, whatever you want to call them. But these tests that I'm going to do are penetration and using some cans of Spam-like material, meats, and my plumber's putty, and I picked up some of this stuff. This is really good to stop pellets. This will stop my 30, one of these will, and stop the 22. So it's just kind of a comparison test to see how well they do. So let's get to the test and see what happens. All right, this is the test of the Crosman Shockwave that I picked up that you've seen earlier in the video. The first test, we're going to be shooting it into some cans of luncheon meat. I have been using the little short Spam cans. I'm trying to find out the best canned meat to shoot to do these tests so you get a good comparison. This time I left gaps in between the can. I've already fired this into the short cans. It went into the second one and bulged out the back quite a bit and almost broke through. But it had to push the other can out of the way, so I put a gap in between the cans to keep it from having to go through 2 can walls at once. So let's get this loaded and we'll start testing. Grab that. All right, this is what we're going to shoot first. 14.3 grains, hollow point, Premier, 22 caliber. Go ahead and cock it.
No, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it is a lot easier than my 30 caliber. All right, my son's going to shoot this.
I got it.
Okay, safety's on.
What you did is
Where did this come off of?
Maybe there.
Part of my scope came undone. All right, it's back on. Get it level. Take the safety off and shoot it.
Oh, which way is safety off? Press it.
Forward.
Okay.
All right, let's see what it did to the can. First can. Second can stopped it, similar to what it was doing in the other cans. Now what I want to see if it can make it through the back. Son's going to cock it again. That almost went through. It did tear open the top here. That's sweet. That's interesting. That would definitely kill a rabbit. Now, we are going to change pellets. This is a 14.5 grain with a copper ball bearing in it, like a little BB. All right, let him cock it. Supposedly these penetrate more. Looks like they penetrate about the same. They look pretty close. So it's just, really there's not very much difference. Now, what I want to, let me move this, I want to do this test. I did this test earlier and it didn't seem to penetrate as much through the plastic. I think that's why it didn't. So we're going to go back to the pellets we were originally using. And try it in the plumber's putty without going through the plastic, because the 30 caliber penetrated more. Shoot it and where it's not already been shot. Oh. That put a big hole in it.
Did it dry any?
That put a big hole.
Oh, it's the same, isn't it?
But that's not very deep. Well, you know, it's about the same as the 30 going in through the front. But this has been sitting out for a couple days, but that's pretty good. Now I'll have him shoot to the side. All right. That's how much it went in. The 30 caliber went in about that much more where my finger is. So the penetration is pretty close. I'm going to have him shoot into the duct seal. That's okay. Almost went through. It's about the same as the 30. It's not a big hole, as big a hole as that's the hole the 30 puts in it. So this will definitely stop both the 30 and the 22 to about the same depth. So I just wanted to do some testing on the new pellet gun I just picked up. And it looks like it's going to be really good. I think I like these bigger cans because you can shoot through the back. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to do the same test with the 30 and put out a little video on it. Okay, well, that's all the testing I'm doing today. I'm going to shoot it.
Fine.
Or do you want to shoot it?
No,
Well, you can do it.
No, it's too late.
No, go ahead, hold it.
Then-
All right, I've decided to do the bottom of the can test with my 30 caliber. My son's going to shoot it the first time, and we're going to see what it does to that can.
Hard on 22.
Okay, look at it. Make sure you hit it. Oh crap!
I think it went through.
It sparked. Well, that was kind of stupid on my part.
Should have put that clay behind it. That would feel like I know. I heard it hit the floor.
It went back that way.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to try that again. I got meat all over my brick. Cock it. Or let me cock it. I'll shoot this one. Oh, this is such a beast. Okay. Hold that. As you can see, that pellet did not go through. Well, yes, it did. No, that's from the 22. So I can see the pellet. There's the pellet. You can see it. So the first time it went through, ricocheted in here because I didn't have the clay behind it. But that's a big difference. I mean, that's a big exit hole. Big entry hole. Well, that'll definitely do a number on a coyote. I thought I'd just throw that in there. I was just curious to see what kind of a punch it had, and it apparently has quite a punch. Alright, as you can see from the penetration test, the 22 is very capable of small game. It's got good penetration, somewhat quiet with the quiet technology. It's not too loud. You can be out there plinking, and unless they're real close to you, they're not going to know you're out there shooting. So it's pretty quiet. And in here, where I do some of my penetration tests, if you're outside, you can't even hear it. It's not a problem. But to sum it up, yeah, if you're thinking of picking up a budget rifle, this is pretty good. Not too hard to pump or to cock, especially compared to the 30, which is just a beast. But so far, I've been real happy with this, and I would recommend getting it. I'm not a big Crosman fan, but I would say this is definitely worth the money, especially if you're just getting into pellet rifles. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the power and how this shoots and how it performs. But anyway, thanks for watching the video.